You ready to rock, folks? All right. Here we go. So yesterday, if we recap our folks that were gone, or just for us to remember, we found what? We found which is where?
Exact middle of 2.
Exactly in the middle, right? Both sides are equal. Today, you're finding a point on a number line or a segment, but it's a fractional distance. So you know what that would be? Like a third, a fourth, 2/3 of the way. So it's like more of a fraction instead of exactly a half, okay? So we're trying to figure out on this first question here, find x on segment AF that it is 1/6 of the distance from A to F. So yesterday we found the middle of it, right? But now we're just trying to go 1/6 of the way. You guys have a plan? One more time? Oh, okay, I see here. You'll learn that like I'm really hard at hearing. I can hear very well. Anyone have an idea? Yes. I like it. How'd you get it?
I just counted how many it was to F and then took 1/6 of that.
It's that easy. First, we gotta figure out how long is segment AF. Also, terrible letters to use, but we're using them anyways. How far is it from letter A to F?
12.
12. Gotta write that down first. And now we want 1/6 of 12. How do you figure that out?
2.
It is 2, but how do you figure that
Oh,
out?
you have to take it. You did.
Well, yeah, that's good.
These ones are pretty easy. So it's really you're multiplying, but what's 12 really over?
12 or 6. Because like
1. You're not wrong, right? Because 12 times 1 is?
12.
And then 1 times 6 is? 12 divided by 6 is? 2. But why is my answer not 2?
Because you're going to from
It's distance.
Yes, that's a distance, right? So we have to go 2 away from A towards F. 1, 2. So we do end up at -5. Awesome. Ready for another one? They were finding x on our number line on segment CE. That's 1/8 of the distance from C to E. What do we have to find first?
how far away the distance is from C to E.
Right. How far is that distance?
6.
I'm trusting you. I think it's 6. Okay. Now what do we do?
I have to take 6 divided by 8.
Yeah.
6 over 1.
6 over 1 times 1/8. What you said was 6/8. What does that mean?
0.75. It's going to be ultimate. That's it.
Yeah, you could leave it as
or you can take 3 now.
3/4 if you're a fraction person or a decimal. 0.75. Is that my answer? No. We're at C going towards E. So what do we have to do to -4 and 0.75?
Go 3.
Yep. Go that far. So where do we end up?
-3.25.
Woohoo! Good job. Conceptually, does that make sense what we're doing? Because now we're going to do the same thing on a coordinate plane. You know, I never thought about this until someone described it to me this way. You guys know what a coordinate plane really is? It's a graph. Compass? Yeah, kind of. But even more simple, it's just 2 number lines, right? It's a number line going left to right, and a number line going up and down. So really what we're going to do now is that process twice because you have an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So just don't forget that that's all we're doing. There's a little bit more math involved, but just keep it simple. Okay? Oops, that's yesterday. Here we go. So it says find R on segment NM. That's 1/4 of the distance from N to M. So again, don't forget we're just doing the same thing we did twice. Once for your x coordinate, once for your y coordinate. You could, but that's way more complicated. But you could use a distance formula. You can kind of eyeball it, right? If I'm at N going towards M, if I want to be 1/4 of the way, it's probably somewhere like right here-ish.
Yeah.
But do I know what the exact coordinates of that is? No. So let's just start. I'm gonna label my work. Here's my x coordinate work. I'm gonna call it x. So first we gotta figure out how far away are your x coordinates from each other.
Five.
Just 5. Yep, and since distance isn't negative, we're just gonna say 5. Okay, so our x's are 5 away from each other. And now we want a fourth of that.
5 divided by 3.
Yep, 5 divided by 4. You guys want to work in fractions or decimals? Decimals, okay. So what's 5/4?
1.25.
1.25. So is that my x coordinate?
No.
No. So if we're at n going towards m, are we going to add 1.25 or subtract? Yes, we're going to add. So you're -3 plus 1.25.
Negative 2.75.
I love it. Okay, we found our x coordinate. Now we're gonna. I don't think that's right, you guys.
Yeah, it's 1.75.
Yeah. See, that's okay. That's all right. We just fix it if we can. Easy fix. Easy fix. Okay, there we go. That seems better. Okay, can we repeat the process for y? First, we got to figure out
The distance part.
the distance.
6.
-3 to 3 is 6 away.
6
Times 1/4. 6 over 4.
3 over 2.
Which is what as a decimal?
1.5.
1.5. 1.5.
1.5.
We're okay there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're at -3 going towards +3. Am I adding or subtracting? Adding. So -3 plus 1.5.
Negative.
Woo! We did it. That kind of makes sense. Okay. Do you guys want to get a head start on the next one? You're using the same segment NM, but we're going like this.
Yeah.
A fifth of the way. A fifth of the way. Same thing, but with a fifth. So just for you to practice. I'll let you guys get a head start, and then I'll add some work on the board. Does that make sense? Yeah. So right now you're trying to make distance. What's a fifth of 5? So now you have to go starting here towards the end, you wanna go one way from -3. Yeah, that's why I had -2. That's your x. So now we have to figure out what is fifth of 6 is.
So you do this off.
So we wanna go
It's like a
1.2
slower
away,
pace.
the -3 towards 3 so we can add 3.
Like right now.
How did we do?
Same.
Same? I think the biggest thing that I saw when I walked around is all of us were able to get these numbers, but that's just the distance. Don't forget to go back and add it to your coordinate or subtract it from your coordinate, depending on what way we're going. Okay? So now we're gonna make it one step more complicated on these next two. You guys ready? Okay. Ratios. You guys know what a ratio is?
Yeah.
Anyone want to give me like an example? Grant.
Clock.
Clock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hours.
Hours to minutes, yep. Baking, there's a lot of ratios. It's just a number compared to another number. That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this time we want to put C on our segment so that AC, let's just pretend it's right there, C, is in the ratio 1 to 4. So I want one of these to fit in this part 4 times. That's what that means. Right? Like, what is she talking about? I think it's easy if we kind of do a picture like this. It might help make a little more sense. You guys draw yourself a picture like this for me? That's our segment. Now with the ratio, we don't really know what it equals yet, but we know the parts. So since I don't know what the part equals, I'm just going to call it x. So if this is 1x, what would CB have to be? 4, right? And then together, how many x's are there? 5. So really, how far of the way is C from A? 1,
X.
but 1 what?
1/5.
It's 1/5 of the way. So now it's the same problem that you had before, but you're finding 1/5 of the distance. Yep, and now it's the same problem. So I'm going to label my ordered pairs over here. Let's see, -4, 6. This guy is what?
1 and 2.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so if we start with our x's. What's the distance between our x coordinates?
5.
Mm-hmm. Now we want to figure out, yep, 1/5 of 5 is 1.
It's 2.
2.
No.
It's okay, you're right, right? So we're going from A,
Yeah,
-4.
Negative 3.
so you're at -4 and you're going 1 this way, right?
Yeah, negative 3.
-3. -4 plus 1, -3. Okay. Now how far away are our y coordinates?
Negative.
-4.
Distance is never going to be negative. Is it
So,
okay? So
four.
just make it 4. Just take the positive. Yep, just take, you get 4.
So 4 and 5.
Yep. 4 times 1/5 is 4 over 5. Or
8.
0.8 if that's what you guys want to use. Now what do I do with that 0.8?
Yeah,
Add it.
add it on because.
But if I add it, I'm going up.
So minus.
Add it to 2.
Well, I'm going from,
Subtract it.
yeah, we want to subtract it. 6 minus 0.8.
5.2.
Beautiful. Can you guys get a head start on the next one? No? Start off with the picture. Figure out what your fraction is. And then you just repeat the process we've done.
Since we're going so I guess we're finding how much we're moving. Then if we're removing, it comes from this side. Yeah, so that's why, but we can add this right because B's not above A, it's below it, so that's what we did. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 2.755.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
What is that? One. So that should be three. So how many total? Yeah.
Miss Bundy.
I'll start there. I'll start there with you. Okay, so we want D to be on this segment so that AD is 1 to 3. So 1x to 3x. So for a total of 4x. So D is a fourth of the way down our segment. Are you guys using a fourth?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now. What's the four or X, this is how far we are X from each other. Yeah, then you're a fourth of 5.
So, yeah.
Yes, okay, so that's how far we're moving, right? So we're going from A towards B. We're at B, we're going towards as a negative 4 plus 1.75, or 1.25, excuse me.
I don't know why.
5.
Maybe it was 5, right? I got 5. I got like at most 5 hours of sleep. 5 hours sleep. What? I did 5 hours sleep. Last night we got like at 10:30. I didn't get home until like 11:30.
How did I do? Did we match? Maybe. If we're still confused, I'll help you on your homework. Will you take out your planner for me? You guys have a guess what the color is today for your worksheet? Tan. It's not very pretty. It's a tan one.